Hello, today I'm going to talk a little bit about the different types of inspections with a beehive. The first type is kind of what you normally see. Go through the hive frame by frame, kind of look at stuff, see how the queen's doing, how brood, how much honey they've got, they're bringing in pollen. The other kind is just watching the entrance. Personally, you can learn a lot from both. One pro to just looking at the entrance and not actually going through is you don't disturb the bees inside. They don't have to repopularize things. You're not going to worry about killing the queen or harming anything. So it's, from the bees' perspective, it's much less invasive and it's easier on them. Things you can learn from just watching bees come and go is activity, hive activity. How many bees are coming and going in a minute? Those bees that are coming, how many of them are bringing in pollen? How many of them are not bringing in pollen? You can see if they're bearding a lot, how much, you can kind of learn by how much space and what their population's like, with how many are bearding outside the front on a hot day. New orientation flights, normally around 2 or 3 in the afternoon. You can kind of see how many new bees, so how the brood's doing and stuff like that. Some people can tell if the bees are bringing back a lot of honey because their abdomens tend to be expanded out a bit. And some people can see that really easily. It's kind of hard for me, but you can still kind of tell. A lot of bees are coming back with pollen and their abdomens are extended. You know, you probably got a honey flow going on. You can just learn a lot of good information from just watching the hive entrance. And I think a lot of people overlook that, especially in fall and spring, because you don't really want to be disturbing them too much, and you can kind of see how things are going just from that. Like I said, maybe you count the amount of bees that bring back pollen in 30 seconds and you can kind of give yourself an idea. And if you kind of chart that throughout the year, you can kind of see the cycles of when you have a lot of plants start to bloom, and you can kind of just follow that, and it's kind of interesting. It's just something to do. But yeah, so you can learn a lot from just watching the bees come and go. Let's see if we can see any with pollen. Just kind of watch for a minute. You can see that one's flapping its wings. You can also learn how hot the hive is by them regulating the temperature. You can see it's a little warm today, so they're fanning. If there's a lot of guard bees and they tend to be real aggressive, you know that it's easier to tell that there was not a honey flow, and you can also tell if there's robbing going on by just watching. See a few coming back with pollen, so that tells me there's a few plants blooming, but not necessarily a whole lot. So they're probably not in a flow per se. And I already know that because just observing flowers and stuff. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff you can do, kind of intuition. You can see, oh yeah, there's a lot of flowers blooming, and then you see them bring back a lot of pollen, and kind of you can see they have nectar and stuff. So, like, you know, those things add up. It's just something to see, another way to inspect a hive, so you don't have to go through, because, you know, they say, you shouldn't really go in more than once a week, but I come out here once a day and just kind of watch stuff because it's in my yard, so that's easy. But hives that are further away, yeah, you're probably not going to do this. You're probably actually going to go in through them. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. So, any questions? Leave them in the comments section. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you want to keep seeing these videos. Thanks for watching the B-Man 97 channel.